Hi, this is Peter with CalcBook, and today we're going to be continuing our weld design series with an L-shaped weld, or a single angle welded. So we are going to be using the AISC specification chapter J. We'll be using the Blodgett method in our calculations, which treats the weld as a line with no throat, so everything's in a per inch basis. And we're going to be evaluating 6 degrees of freedom, or CalcBook can evaluate 6 degrees of freedom. So that would be our in-plane forces, Fx and Fy, our out-of-plane axial, Fz, and then our Mx and My, our moments about each axis, and then our torsion, Mz. So we take a look at our problem statement, right? We have a steel angle welded to maybe the side of a beam or a plate. We're going to be using our E70 electrodes. We have an applied loading of a vertical 4.5 kips and a moment of 5.63 kip feet. And we're going to be determining the minimum fillet weld to resist the applied loading using LRFD. And now before we jump into CalcBook, there is one thing I want to note here. Because this is an angle profile, right, we would typically just do an all-around weld, a fillet weld all around. And that would essentially give us two L-shaped profiles there. So we have the inside and the outside. So to make this easier on ourselves, we're basically just going to divide the applied load by 2, and then we can just decide what the thickness or the throat is for each weld based on that. So our applied load in the vertical direction would be 2.25 kips, and our moment is going to be 2.82 kip feet. So let's go ahead and open up CalcBook, and we'll get started on the design. All right, I've got CalcBook open now. So we go ahead and click into either our 15th or 16th edition, whichever we're using. We'll go ahead and use the 15th for this one. Click into our connection designs, and we'll toggle over to welded, and then we'll scroll down to our angle design and click continue. All right, so we said we had a 6x4 angle here, so our width is going to be 4, and our height is going to be 6. We'll leave the weld leg at 1/4 inch. We'll see where that lands us, and we can optimize or increase the weld thickness if needed. We said we'll be using the E70 electrode, so we'll leave that as is. And LRFD, so we'll leave our safety factor there is going to be using phi. So go ahead and enter in our demands. Right, we had our ultimate loads already defined in the problem statement, so we'll just go ahead and drop this down to none. That way we don't have to worry about any load combinations. Right, so our vertical force in the y direction, we said is going to be 2.25 kips. And then our moment about the x-axis, in this case, will be 2.82 kip feet. All right, so we've already see here we're pretty far below our demand capacity, so we can probably optimize the weld design a little bit. But let's scroll through the calculation and take a look at our calculations here. So our demand calculations first, right? We've got some section properties that we need to go find in order to calculate the per inch demand on these welds. So we calculate our total length of weld, our distance from the vertical weld to the y-axis, and from the horizontal weld to the x-axis, right? Finding the centroid basically of the shape. And then we need to calculate our elastic section modulus about each axis. And right, our centroid is not in the center of the shape, so it's going to have a different top and bottom, different section modulus to the top and the bottom of the shape. So we calculate S sub xt and S sub xb, and then same thing for y, the near side and the far side, or left and right. So we calculate that. We calculate our torsional constant. Then we go through and calculate the weld stress due to each load component. So for the Fx, we have nothing, so there's nothing there. For the vertical, the Fy, we have our 2.25 over 10 inches. And then for the moments, right, we have to calculate them at the top and the bottom of each direction there. So for the Mx, right, we have Mx top and Mxb, so we calculate those two. For Y, since we don't have any moment, those are just going to be 0. And then we need to combine those weld stresses. Right, so we're basically using this square root sum of the squares here to calculate the in-plane and out-of-plane loads or stresses on the weld, and then we combine that again, and we get a total shear per unit length of 3.6 kips per inch. So that's our demand. And then we can just calculate the capacity of the weld, right, doing our sort of standard AISC calculation here, and we get a design weld shear strength of 5.57 kips per inch. So we do have quite a bit of capacity there, so we could maybe decrease our fillet size here to 3/16 and maybe 1/8, right? So that puts us over. So 3/16 fillet weld all around gets the design done, and that is a single angle weld in CalcBook. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions or suggestions for other videos, please let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.